Today, we are examining a social phenomenon that many of us have likely experienced, but very few are equipped to navigate: being suddenly and completely cut off by another person. In this analysis, we will outline a formal, logical protocol for addressing these instances of what we are terming interpersonal disengagement.
So, the fundamental question is procedural, not emotional. When an individual you have a relationship with simply stops communicating, what is the correct course of action? A structured approach, as we'll see, can provide much-needed clarity and, perhaps most importantly, preserve one's own sense of integrity. Let's explore the steps of that protocol. For the purposes of this analysis, we will use a formal definition: unilateral communication cessation. The term describes the abrupt, unexplained end of interaction by one party, an act which frequently causes significant emotional and psychological distress for the other. Our examination will proceed in 4 parts. First, we will look at the phenomenon of silence itself. From there, we'll move to a 2-step diagnosis to objectively understand the situation. This is followed by analyzing the outcome, and we will conclude with the crucial principle of self-preservation.
We begin then with Section 1. Before we can apply any protocol, we must first understand the context and the very real consequences of this silence. The psychological impacts are both significant and observable. Individuals subjected to this often report an inability to focus on professional tasks, a persistent nagging anticipation of a response that never comes, and even clinical feelings of depression and anxiety. At its core, these symptoms often stem from a profound and painful sense of personal rejection. We now move to the diagnostic phase. This is a clear, methodical process designed to determine, as objectively as possible, why communication has ceased. The diagnostic protocol consists of 2 distinct steps. The first is an internal review. The second, which is only initiated based on the outcome of the first, is a direct inquiry. So, step 1, the internal review. This is a disciplined self-assessment. The objective is to systematically review recent interactions to honestly identify any action or statement that could have plausibly caused this communication breakdown. This internal review leads to one of 2 potential findings. If, on one hand, you identify a clear error on your part, the prescribed course of action is to offer an apology. Here, the priority is the relationship, not one's ego. If, however, a thorough and honest self-assessment reveals no clear cause, the protocol then directs you to proceed to Step 2. Step 2 is the direct inquiry. This is a formal, measured attempt to re-establish contact with the explicit goal of understanding the reason for the silence. It is crucial that this be approached as a fact-finding effort, not a confrontation. For this inquiry, the protocol suggests a very specific model of communication. The language is designed to be non-accusatory. As this example demonstrates, it states your feeling, it offers an apology for any unintentional harm, and it reinforces the value you place on the relationship. The objective is simply to open a door for dialogue, not to assign blame. This brings us to the 3rd phase of the protocol, analyzing the outcome. Here we must objectively evaluate the response you receive, or in some cases, the response you do not. The first potential result is outcome A. Dialogue is reestablished. In this scenario, the other party responds, provides an explanation for their silence, and the path to resolving the issue becomes clear. The second possibility, however, is outcome B. The silence persists. This is the scenario where your direct, good faith inquiry is met with either continued silence or a clear deflection. This outcome indicates a very different reality. Outcome B is not confirmed through speculation, but by clear, observable data. These indicators include No reply whatsoever, a reply containing a known falsehood, such as "I'm busy," observable online activity that contradicts their stated reason, or confirmation that they are communicating normally with mutual contacts, but not with you.
When presented with this evidence, the logical analysis is unavoidable. Persistent silence after a sincere attempt at reconciliation is not an oversight. It is, in itself, a message. The data indicates that the relationship is no longer a priority for the other party.
We arrive now at the final and most critical section of this protocol. Once outcome B has been confirmed, all subsequent actions must be guided by a single core principle: self-preservation.
The directive here is unequivocal. After a single good faith inquiry has failed to elicit a genuine response, all further attempts to engage must cease. To continue to pursue contact when disinterest has been clearly demonstrated is fundamentally damaging to one's own self-respect. To process this outcome, the protocol introduces a critical distinction: the difference between a relationship and love. A relationship, as defined here, is a bilateral transaction. It requires active participation from both parties to exist. Love, on the other hand, can be unilateral. It can be a simple, benevolent wish for another's well-being, a feeling that can persist even in the complete absence of a relationship. And so, the final protocol is a clear 4-step process for yourself. Step 1, accept the data. Their priorities have changed. Step 2, cease all efforts to re-engage. Step 3, consciously change your own priorities to reflect this new reality. And step 4, move on. Reallocate your time and your emotional energy elsewhere. This protocol offers a logical framework for what is often a deeply emotional experience. But it also leaves us with a final question to consider. In a world where interpersonal connections can often feel transient, what is the ultimate value of knowing when and precisely how to preserve the self?